What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Day, and welcome back to Man United News. We are here to talk all things United, new United news, some stuff that happened a couple days ago that I did not cover. We are here to discuss, okay? Some interesting stuff, some stuff that's kind of frustrating. Makes me want to just tear my hair out, but I'm not going to do that, okay? I'm not going to do that. Anyway, let's get right into it. If you do enjoy, I may have said this already, drop a like and subscribe, okay? It won't hurt anyone. It won't hurt you. It won't hurt me. Okay, so first things first, I'm sure most of you heard of this by now, but Manchester United's couple preseason fixtures have been announced in Australia. One of them being against Leeds United, the other being against Perth, which is awesome, cool. You know, get some games under your belt. But Leeds is a big game. Obviously, it's a preseason, friendly and stuff, so it won't really kill us in terms of anything other than pride. It's against Leeds, so let's go and get a win. I'm just a bit too young to really understand the rivalry we have with Leeds, but I can tell you this: I know it exists, and I want to win. So that's the first bit of news that I got for you. Second bit of news, it's gonna be more on the transfer side. Everything else is really transfer related. Apart from a couple bits of international break, I guess, highlights. Paul Pogba, according to the Mirror, Daily Mirror, Paul Pogba apparently has made it clear that he wants to return to Turin, and it could possibly be in January. Apparently, he's made it clear to his teammates that he wants to return to Turin. Now, obviously, this would devastate me as a huge Pogba fan and just a person who loves the happy ending. Paul Pogba coming back to Manchester United was great, and it still is great, and he's our best player this season by far. I mean, Luke Shaw's been the most consistent. Let me rephrase that. He and Martial have been our best players by far. Other than that, Luke Shaw's been the most consistent, and then maybe you could stretch for Lindelof being the fourth best or whatsoever. But Paul Pogba and Anthony Martial have definitely been vital to any success Manchester United have had this season. So, if Paul Pogba does end up going back, I don't think there's really anything to this. I'm not going to lie to you. Definitely, I don't think he's going to leave in January. Such a big loss to have in January. But, I know he's not 100% happy. Everyone knows that. But I hope we can make it work, But on to the next bit of news. This is stupid. I'm just going to be honest. There's no meat to this. There's no any real... Juventus officials apparently have been checking on Marcus Rashford's background and character to see if he'll be well suited for the club, the big Italian giants. According to the Times, that is what's happening. Apparently Juventus are scoping Marcus Rashford, seeing what he's all about. And I'm just gonna dismiss that. I mean, it's a news piece, so I might as well acknowledge it, but I'm gonna dismiss it because it's just not gonna happen. On to the next bit of news. The Sun are reporting, and this is I think this is a few days old, so forgive me, but the Sun are reporting that Ashley Young is willing to take a pay cut in order to stay at Manchester United one more year. He's currently making £130,000 a week. And apparently they're willing to take it down to, he's willing to reduce it to under six figures. So that's the report. I don't have a problem with Ashley Young staying around being a role player, but there is no need for him to start over the likes of Delo or Luke Shaw. I don't think he's going to start over Luke Shaw again, but he will probably start at left back, saying that against Crystal Palace because Luke Shaw's suspended, which is okay. That's what he needs to. That's what he should be here for. If he's gonna stay, that's what he can be useful for. Although we still need a backup left back, and hopefully, Demi Mitchell takes that place when he comes back. But yeah, Ashley Young. As long as I'm pretty sure Ashley Young is okay with whatever role he has at the club. I just think he wants to continue staying at a top facility and a top club. I have no problem with this. So yeah, as long as you don't start over the low, cool. Next bit of news is obviously Martial's contract is running out at the end of the year, the season, however you want to say it. And according to Sky Sports, Juventus And Chelsea are interested in Martial, and it's going to be a bit harder to keep them off as Martial's contract is expiring, so they can approach him as soon as January. As soon as January begins, January 1st, they are willing or able to approach him to sign him on a contract expiry deal or whatsoever the case may be. And I'm telling you, as much as I would hate to see Martial go, there is no way we should allow him to go for free if we're going to let him go. We can get easily 100 million at the way the world is going right now in football. 100 million, cakewalk. But yeah, that's about it for transfer news. In football related news, in terms of things happening on the pitch, Victor Lindelof was subbed off at halftime in his first international friendly. You know, the whatever what is it, the Nations League, UEFA Nations League, which is turning out to be more competitive than people think. It's pretty decent, and Spain are now into pot 2 because they played woeful, dude, absolutely horrific, and it's interesting. So I think Germany's also in pot 2, but it's not great. It's not looking great for the two former world champions, I guess you would say, World Cup winners in very recent times as well. But yeah, I went so far off track. I digress. Lindelof came up at halftime. People speculated he might be injured, but then he started the second game against Russia and scored, and I believe what ended in a 1-0 win to Sweden. So fair play to Lindelof. Hopefully he can take that over to United, although he doesn't really go up for set pieces because Smalling is obviously 6'4" and all that jazz. But such is life. Yeah. And the last bit of football news that we have before we get out of here is that we got some injury doubts. I just thought I'd list them off for you guys because, why not? Paul Pogba and Martial are not likely to start anyway against Palace, which is frustrating because, like I said, they've been our best players. And mind you, we shouldn't necessarily. Manchester United should not need two of their best players to beat Crystal Palace. This Crystal Palace is not great. They don't keep clean sheets, and they're just not productive. And I believe Zaha is injured as well. So, that's that. Or is it the African Cup of Nations? No, AFCON I think is next year. My bad. And Rashford, Lukaku, and Fellaini are also supposedly not fit. And you know what name is not on that list? Diogo Dalot. He's been training, and Manchester United have been posting him about. He's been posting pictures of himself and Martial. Hey, Dalot, if he's not starting against Palace, I tweeted this out. I'm calling my lawyer because I got some issues to deal with Jose Mourinho if Dalot is not starting. That is unacceptable. He is the best right back at the club at the age of 19, as baffling as that is. So is Trent Alexander-Arnold, the best right back at Liverpool. It is what it is, and that's okay. Okay, that is just fine. Let him play. That's the difference. Trent Alexander-Arnold's the best left back at Liverpool, and they play him. Okay, Dalot's the best right back at Manchester United, and he's being starved of opportunity. I mean, that's debatable. But for the sake of argument, I'm going to say that. And also, before I get out of here, Jesse Lingard, bro. I didn't write this down. It's not in my notes, but I just remembered. He had 74 minutes played, 2 goals off the bench for England. I believe he was up. I don't think he started the first game, no. I think Lingard came up. No. Yeah, I think he did start the first game. Yes, he did. Regardless, 74 minutes, 2 goals. Take the form back to United. See, now it's moments like this where I say it's the system, Mourinho's system. This is United news, so I don't want to go too far off topic, or I'm going to continue news, but this is my final note. If players go out on an international break and they play very well, we can't use the World Cup hangover or international break, fatigue as an excuse. Or Jose Mourinho especially cannot use it as an excuse. If they're playing that well for their teams internationally, Marcus Rashford had a great international break last time out. There's no good reason that we should have these issues. And even Marcus Rashford, even this international break, he looks so decent, running at people, getting in behind through the middle, absolute class. So that about does it for me. If you guys did enjoy, drop a like and subscribe. Any news I missed out, let me know in the comments down below. Anything you want to see on this channel, let me know in the comments down below. big things coming in the future. I'm working on some stuff. So thank you guys for just giving me 10 minutes of your time. It's been your boy Days with Man United Talks. I am out of here.